What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. This weather is crazy. You know, last week I was down working on the red brick house. It was like 81 and 83, and then it was 47. Right now, it's actually a little chilly. I think there's a frost warning possibly for tonight. And then tomorrow, it's going to be 82. It's just up and down, but I guess that's springtime for you. Yeah, it's just crazy. But I tell you another thing that's kind of crazy here. Just finished my live stream. I've got to go get some stuff together for going to Waynesboro tomorrow. I had a person ask, are you guys moving into the red brick house when it's finished? And that is, here's the thing. I am a jack of many trades. I do a lot of different stuff. You know, I cook and I build and I do YouTube and so on. We have some rental properties that are down there in the country where my in-laws also live too. And so when we're down there, we stay at my in-laws' house and things, and I don't really have space to have a studio set up. And so the red brick house will be basically our base of operations. I'll have a studio there. It'll be our rental office, and it also will be kind of a quasi museum of the history of the house. My big goal in this thing was I hadn't planned on actually owning it. I was just trying to save it because so much history has been lost. You know, people will go through and just bulldoze something over and build something new. But I look at that place and I think about how the world was when it was built. And we can't turn a blind eye to everything that was in history, because everything that happened in our history made up the people that we are. And I want to preserve it. It's 203 years of American history that thing has been there, from before the trains were here, from 21 states in the Union, to the Civil War, being a schoolhouse, to the country beginning to open up, you know, the industrial age. It's been there for everything. And it would be a travesty to lose it. And I have so many people who are tied, older people, that have lived in the house or know the house or partied at the house or came over with their friends to the house and things. And I want them to be able to come back and see the house. You know, things in there that are kind of crazy is there's a clawfoot tub that's only 4 feet long. If I get in the damn thing, I can't get out of it because my knees just won't bend to straighten up to get out of it. But for me, that house, anybody who's lived there, they took a bath in that bathtub. And so if I can save that and they come back and they see that, they'll think about, when I was a little kid, I bathed in that tub. That's what life is about. It's not always about how much money you make and things like that. For me, it's a big satisfaction. So I'm excited about going back down there tomorrow. And I'll be excited to be able to say the new part of the history of this house is Jobu Sports Report being able to be done from there as well. So going from when they had candlelight, okay, and now to being high tech. So that's the answer to that question. But something interesting, because I touched on this yesterday, and it's kind of amazing because, you know, Dak Prescott got killed for last year for having, you know, a down year. And as I look back with Aaron Rodgers. I had somebody literally say, don't you ever talk about Dak Prescott and Aaron Rodgers in the same sentence. But here's the thing that's kind of crazy, because Aaron Rodgers, who, we have people saying, if we just went out and got Aaron Rodgers, we're going to the Super Bowl. But quite frankly, here's the thing that's interesting. Aaron Rodgers with Davante Adams, number 1 seed in the NFL MVP, right? Davante Adams, 1,500 yards. 1,500 and I think like 15 with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers without Davante Adams, 11 less touchdown passes. 4% less completion percentage. 7 more interceptions, and 10 points less and a QBR rating. Davante Adams without Aaron Rodgers, with a guy who got chased out of town, had actually more yardage. 1,558 yards. And went from 12 yards of completion to 15. Davante Adams didn't lose a step going to the Raiders with lesser talented quarterback. We can't say Aaron Rodgers and Derek Carr are in the same category. But somehow, Davante Adams, boom. Great. Aaron Rodgers, not so great. But here's the thing that's kind of crazy, because as the Jets get all gaga about getting Aaron Rodgers, do you know in the course of the last 3 seasons, Aaron Rodgers went from 48 touchdown passes to 37, dropping by 11. Here's where it's really crazy. Dropped another 11 to 26. 48 touchdown passes, 37, 26. 11 TD passes every season. And here's another thing that was kind of crazy. He went from 121 quarterback rating to 111 to 91. He dropped 10 points rating each of the last 3 years. His interceptions went from 5 to 4 to 12. Nobody's noticed that decline? Nobody? Clearly, Aaron Rodgers isn't the same guy that he was. Or Aaron Rodgers needs targets. Now, I was talking about the Super Bowl year of the weapons that he had. He had Jordy Nelson. He had Donald Driver. He had, what's his name? Greg Jennings. Clearly better than Michael Gallup on one leg and Noah Brown. And, yeah. So weapons do matter when it comes to a quarterback. And so looking at Dak Prescott, and I get told that, Dak Prescott's Mark Holmes' love child and all, he's his adopted son. No, I'm trying to open your freaking eyes, because you hear so much stupid crap from the talking heads, that out there that go through and literally see a quarterback who is really crashing numbers-wise and will tell you he's the greatest quarterback of all time still when his numbers are crashing. Hello? You've dropped by 22 touchdown passes in the last 2 years. 22. You've dropped by 20 points in quarterback rating in the last 2 years. You have dropped by completions by 5% in the last 2 years. And you're not saying anything about that? And Dak just had more interceptions, just one category that he really had a bad year with the broken thumb? Oh, well, anyway, that's all I have to say about that. It's bittersweet. I love being home. The fish are beginning to swim to the top now and are looking to get fed. You know, you can see the hostas are popping up. You know, the plants are coming up and things. And the trees are getting leaves on them. And so, you know, probably by the time I come back on Friday, there'll be a bit of a canopy out here. So, you know, it's the time of year I like. And the other problem is I have all my flower pots up here that I like to plant on my peppers and my flowers and all that, but I'm not here to water them. I got to get my daughter to get her on a schedule to water them so that way I can get my plants and stuff, because I hate for them to die while I'm not here. But I so want to get this place done, and it's a feeling of accomplishment. And I think everybody in life, you need to have something that drives you passionately. When you don't have something to focus on, or at least for me, when I don't have something there, a project or something to occupy me, I actually go through depression. And that's why I need to stay busy. You know, my wife is always like, slow down, you know, you're doing too much. And it's like, I got to keep doing it. I got to keep moving, or else I go nuts. So that's all I have to say about that. Let me say, remember to tell the people you love that you love them, because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And I hope you have a great night. And God willing, I'll see you tomorrow.